Flag is on the air.
The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Tennessee Titans. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Strong running at the Derrick Henry all alone. The 30, 10, 5, touchdown Titans. Well, Derrick Henry, the league's leading rusher in 2019. You wouldn't think a man that big could motor like that, but he can all right, and he proved it right there.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jacobs now, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there for the Raiders.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Carr now on 1st down. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play that time on the catch and run. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Carr. Being chased out left. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Check. You're mine.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And that is
is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller there to make the grab. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
They'll live to fight another down, right?
This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But third down coming up. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And this is what you wanted to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing his car on third down. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play that time for the Titans. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Ryan Tannehill scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Bullet good on the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth first half that we've seen. Running is Jacobs. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line. Here's Carr. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
6-yard line.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. It's caught. Michael Pruitt. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And the Raiders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Man open, here's Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a...
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's where this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. A big play there for the Raiders. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's taken down inside the 30. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Flush to his right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and goal.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown. A.J. Brown. 60 yards. And the Titans are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Now Mike Vrabel going to tell the offense to go for 2 here. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he'll get in for the score. And that's going to cut the lead down to 13. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes Johnson.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown Raiders. Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Carr will look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football. Here's
Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down.
That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it.
And all the way down to the 26. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Tannehill's throw complete there to Johnson.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off down at the 10. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
2nd and 9.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. From the gun, it's Carr.
Oh, looking for water, but this is intercepted.
Picked off at the 49. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Trying
to shake off the interception from the last drive, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Tannehill. His throw incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. Steps away to his left. That's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. For the left side, it's complete. And it's a Titans touchdown. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, 30 yards. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Here's Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get in for the score. And that's going to cut the lead down to 13. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Carr going to look to throw. He's got the first down here. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked on by Casey Hayward. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Forced out to his left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are right back in this football game. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts it into any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And the Titans are right back in this football game. Throwing Tannehill. Able to find Jones. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Tannehill. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Tannehill to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. 2nd down, here's an option right. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.